Hello everyone, Negat here, and welcome to another video of Littlewargame. Today's match is brought to you on Ravaged between Steveinator in the top left playing with the red pieces and ItzJ in the bottom right playing with the blue pieces. We start about 30 seconds into the match. Looks like Steveinator has decided to build a house, and he's also sending a worker towards the other side of the map. So very curious to see how this game is opening. I do know that ItzJ, or no, rather Steveinator, he likes to send a worker scout to know what his opponent is going for. And he does see that it is workshop. So ItzJ is very well known for his workshop play. Let's see if he pulls another worker. He does pull a worker to defend. And now he is going to have a very delayed workshop. So I'm very curious to see how Steveinator replies to this. He replies with getting a barracks of his own, so probably trying to do some raider play. And then at the same time, ItzJ is defending with this worker over here and sending Steveinator essentially back home. He should be able to see that this worker is still there on the fringes of a vision, but now Steveinator sends his worker back. Essentially got what he wanted with being able to scout, and then at the same time being able to do a little bit of harassment and economic damage to his opponent. Hasn't started the raider just yet. Ooh, looks like he's gonna go for a greedy expand here. So he saw his opponent was going for Mech, and he knows that Mech is a pretty safe opening, but a pretty slow opening at the same time. They don't get their castle until much later, after they build the usually 2 Gatling guns, and so ItzJ is going to have a delayed, a standard expand for mech play, while Steveinator is going for a much faster second castle while also now starting up the raider. Something very interesting about this replay in particular was that it was given to me by Steveinator. So he sent me a bunch of replay files for me to look at between himself and ItzJ. And he specifically, he said that these would be some interesting games for me to look at in particular. So I'm very excited to cast it. I'm very excited to see how it goes. Just as a reminder for everyone who watches, if you want me to cast a replay of your games, just make sure that those replay files get sent to the Littlewargame Discord. You can just upload those files there, and I am surely to see them at the very least. And then again, if this is your first time watching Littlewargame in general, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this video, because I post a good amount of Littlewargame content, usually in the form of replays that I like to cast, and then also with podcasts and community recordings that I like to go for now. Steveinator is able to see what his opponent is going for. He was able to send that raider in, and now he does have information about the mill. He's trying to leave with this raider. He does start to escape, but it does look like that raider will die. In this case, ItzJ also, Steveinator, not very happy about that, given his comment in the chat. But ItzJ is also able to scout that Steveinator has not gone for a third base yet, which can be typically the play if you're playing barracks versus mech. A lot of the time, going for a fast third base can be something you want to do. But in this case, it looks like Steveinator is simply macroing up at home, getting his workers out, trying to get to 10 workers on each side of the base. Then he also has these archers at home. He does know about the mill, so these these archers at home will be able to defend against any mill play that's going on here. And then Steveinator does catch that ItzJ is building this tower, but ItzJ is going to have to respond to that. At the same time, ItzJ is also moving out to the other side of the map with a very early timing push. I think he was trying to combine this tower with these units to go for a very difficult to deal with push here. But it does look like ItzJ does have these workers with him. As long as these workers are around, that'll be able to heal up these Gatling guns very quickly. Steveinator having to pull some workers here. Also at the same time, ItzJ is working on getting this base down. Steveinator also proxying a barracks over here in that location. But it does look like Steveinator is about to get overwhelmed in terms of units. He has this his gyrocraft here. He has his Gatling gun still alive. He's got this catapult, so he's going to be able to siege down Steveinator's base pretty well, especially since there's nothing that really has an answer to this gyrocraft. So this thing is going to be able to do a lot of damage. At the same time, ItzJ looks like he's trying to prepare another base here. He could get supply blocked. He is only on 38 supply of 40, so definitely for sure going to hit a nasty supply block. But otherwise, does look like he's saving up for a base, and he is continuing to put a lot of pressure on his opponent. Does pull workers again, but you are pulling them into this tower, which is not going to be very good. That had a little bit of hold position micro. So far, it's definitely looking like ItzJ has a very good position, doing a tremendous amount of damage. Let's take a look at that. Killing so many units as well as so many workers. ItzJ clearly has the advantage in terms of units lost, and we can see that in terms of income loss as well. Steveinator losing about 600 more gold than his opponent at this point, which puts Steveinator about a minute behind in this position. Again, losing workers. Again, ItzJ having these workers to defend. Steveinator trying to go for some dragon play. I did not catch that with the fortress here, but as I'm looking around, I can see that Steveinator was trying to go for dragons. ItzJ did stop that with his gyrocraft. Steveinator, or rather ItzJ, going for that third base and having a lot of success off this opening, just from the push that he was able to do. Definitely punishing Steveinator for going for that very greedy opening with getting an early castle, not being able to defend against this little push here. So very, very nice game to see from both ItzJ and Steveinator. In particular, ItzJ. I've been watching some of ItzJ's replays recently, in particular, and it's become very clear to me that ItzJ has been growing in strength. Definitely, probably the stronger between myself and himself. I'm not too sure about Steveinator's strength yet, but ItzJ definitely becoming a very good player in this game, doing such a great job with his play and with his early pushes as well. Very, very exciting to see. Very devastating damage from ItzJ there. Thank you again for everyone who's watching these videos. I appreciate having you here, and hopefully you enjoy them. Hopefully you play the game, and I'll see you in the next video. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.